Yeah, I wanted to share some quick thoughts about Brad Childs. Jay Vias, I worked with him at Red Hat. We worked on a few projects, and he was so much fun to work with. And so his as Steve said, he was irreverent. He was smart. He was funny. We used to yell at each other all the time when I was working on we used to work on the Gluster FS Hadoop plugin together, and he worked on the core aspects of it, did such a great job on it, and during that time, I worked on the Hadoop ecosystem parts of it, and we would get into these crazy arguments about like little API differences and stuff that and it was hilarious the way he was just like always so emotional and so full of energy whenever we would talk. And it's a quick story. I remember we one time we threw a meetup together, um, and it was for HY. HY went on to start Alexio. Used to be called Tachyon. It was an in-memory file system, and I remember he said, so Brad, why are you guys so interested in? He said, why are you HY? He literally said, why are you guys so interested in? And he was talking about me and Juan and Shen and Brad. Why are you so interested in bringing me here to Boston to talk about file system, like in memory caching of these file systems? And Brad said, well, because we have two slow file systems, so we're hoping that maybe you can make one of them not suck that bad. And it was hilarious. But he always said stuff like that, right? He was always like, he's always he always had this sort of dry, sort of pessimistic sense of humor. It was awesome. It was so much fun. He provided such great contrast to the sort of chest thumping open source world where everyone was talking about how great everything is. He was always talking about the reality of how software systems were most of the time broken and not that great. And so I love that about him. He's a good friend, and yeah, just just really gonna miss him. Everybody, I'm sure he would like for us to be having fun right now and celebrating all the crazy times we had with him. So uh, yeah, another time I really remember was when we all, me and him and uh, and Will over at Red Hat, we spent a night together just drinking and having fun and kind of late out over at Cloudera World is what we used to call it. And yeah, I just remember just he was my favorite person to hang out with, my old time at Red Hat. So see you later, Brad. And if I can do anything, feel free to reach out, JAYUNIT100, on Twitter or whatever, to family and friends, if I can contribute anything else.